Robin with robinswreathery. Welcome. Say hello when you're popping in. Let me know where you're watching from. And how are y'all doing tonight? Okay, we've got Facebook. Now let's see if we can get YouTube. Not looking good. So let's try it again. We'll go out and come back in. See if that works. There we go. Yay! We got it in both places. All right. That's awesome. Just type in a comment to say welcome. And there we go. Yay! Both places. How are y'all tonight? Okay, we're going to be working on our new Check the Barn door hanger. Now, I already got started on it because I know you all know how to paint, stain. I stained the boot. As you can see from the back, it's all one piece. And then this is one piece, the horseshoe with Check the Barn. Then we have flowers we're going to add to the side of that. And then we have Check the Barn that we're going to add on top of that. So, what do y'all think of that? Then we're going to do a gorgeous bow and attach that to our button bow holder. But what I wanted to do before I finish this, I wanted to show you how to kind of make it look rustic. So, over here, I have my dabbers, and I have the Antique Wax by Home Decor, and we're going to add by Folk Art. We're going to add a little bit of that around the boot and around the horseshoe. Because like I said, I just want to kind of antique it. That's why I didn't put the flowers on, because I showed you the other week how to go in at it from an angle. And what that does is it kind of highlights the side of the horseshoe. And I knew if I had put the flowers on there, we would be in trouble. It would be too close, and I would definitely get it on there. So, this is how I'm highlighting it. Now, I already shellacked this, and the shellac that I use is the Bullseye by Zinsser. This is the best shellac. It dries really quick, too. It says in minutes, and I think they're right. I got some on this, but that's okay because that's going to cover it up. But I'm just going at it from an angle just to shadow it and give it some more dimension. See how that looks? It just looks rustic. More rustic than it did. I'll hold it up, see if you can see it. See how it's just around the edges? Alright, so we're going to do the same thing to the boot. And all I'm doing is dabbing it in here, but then dabbing some of it off. And I'm going at it from an angle on the wood. But see how it just keeps that nice dark edge on there? Got some glitter on there. It just gives it more dimension. Now this is already listed in our Etsy shop. I also have it listed. This is a plywood, but we also have really good maple wood. So it's listed you can pay extra for the better wood, or you can just buy the plywood. I'm just hitting this here on an angle. It's just shadowing it and giving it a nicer touch. And that was a little too much, so we're going to wipe it off, and then we're going to do it again. There. The dabber came from Amazon. It's a great way to paint. Let's see, is that dark enough? I think I'm going to go a little bit darker around the edge here. Go in a little more. There. That gives it that antique-ish look. Oops, we don't like that. That was too much over there. So let's kind of spread that out and start over. It's a wax, so you can take some of it off if you want. I'm going to go a little bit heavier on that because it's coming up so nice. If you all wouldn't mind hitting the share button, I'd really appreciate that. Now I could even go in here a little more and kind of hit these little holes. I'm gonna wash some of it off, but I kind of want to highlight those too. And if we're getting too much on, we're just going to blot it. There we go. So I kind of made that look really rusty. Hey Judith, I left you a message. I texted you on your phone today that your order went out. There. So see, it kind of roughed it up a little. Made it kind of really look like a horseshoe, one you find in the barn. So there we go. Alright, now with this one, I'm trying to decide if I want to go white with this or if I want to go dark with this. So what we're going to do with this one is I'm going to try a little on the underside here so we can see if we like it. If we like it, then I'll continue. If not, I've just tested it. So let's see if we like that. I kind of do like that. So I think that'll go nice. So again, I'm going to go at it on an angle. Now I already used the paint marker on this. So these words are pretty, letters are pretty tight together, so I'm working with what angles I can get to. It just gives it another dimension. Now I could try and add some of the dark on top of this too and see what it looks like. Let's do it on the bottom. Oh no. We'll just do a little bit around the edges. But see how it just gives it some dimension? Now again, this is already listed in the shop. Okay, I think we're good on that. Kind of like that. And then when we're done, we're going to go ahead and glue that here. This is going to go here. And I don't know if I want to do, well, what the heck. We'll go ahead and do it. If we don't like it, we can paint over it after it's dry. Yeah, I kind of do like it. So again, just going in at an angle. Giving that rustic look. Judith, I think your ornaments turned out really cute. It's the first one we did with the paw prints. But you got a dabber too. And some other things in there. There, I kind of like that. And if I don't like it, I can always go back when it's glued and paint over it. There. Alright. That's enough dabbing. Now I went ahead and did the button bow holder with the shellac also. So we are going to, let's go ahead and glue this. Maybe it'll set up while we're working on our bow. Just putting this in places that it's wide so it has something to grab onto and hopefully shouldn't ooze out the side. This is Gorilla Wood glue. Now again, this one's made with the plywood. If you wanted the better wood, you'd have to order the maple. And it's in the listing. You can even buy it already made if you like too. If you see it oozing out the side, the best way to deal with that is just to use a Q-tip and kind of like go around and soak up any if it needs it. Really didn't. There it goes. One place there. There we go. Okay. Well, let's go ahead and glue this too. And you always have to be careful when you're opening up your orders from us because the plywood is a little bit fragile. You need to just be extra careful. I try to brace it as best I can, and I try to use the easy tape. All right, so this is just going to glue on the side here. Now, we got a little bit here and a little bit there. Aw, I know you will. It looks so cute on there. Judith is watching on YouTube, so I'm conversing with her. I also found this foil too. I thought this boot would be awesome in this color foil. I should have foiled it. Oh well, next one. But we'll just let that set. We'll put that on top there. And we'll put this. Oh, the colors I used a walnut stain on this. For the horseshoe, I used elephant chalk paint. That's the color, elephant. It's Waverly chalk paint. And then I used the acrylic on this, but I really meant to use the chalk paint. I like the white Adirondack. That is a really good white. So we're just going to let that sit up over there. And let's work on our bow. Now, how was I going to do this? Now there's a hole here at the top of the horseshoe, and then it comes up here, and then it goes through here, comes down here, and then it attaches to the top here. If you didn't want to put a bow at the top, you don't have to. This hook is meant for like one of those command hooks. You can just hang that right on a command hook. So it's this hole here. But I went ahead and I put another hole at the top of there because I kind of want it to look like that. But I don't need my hook up here as big as I'm making it. So there we go. I think that's pretty good. So I've got my zip tie. Let's just move these before I dab myself with them. All right. Now we have a few choices here. I think I've narrowed it down to definitely these two. I did put some of this in the shop, and I did put some of this in the shop. But I think I'm going to go with this as a bottom color, this dark brown. Now this is going to be up here, so we don't really need a very long tail, so I think about a 6-inch tail is fine. And we don't need really a huge bow, so I think I'm going with a 5-inch loop. And I think I'm going to do probably 4. Kind of like that. And scissors. And these definitely need sharpened. And should be using those for glue. All right, then next we're going to go with this one. And this has cowboy boots, bucking broncos, horseshoes on it. It has a decorative rope, and it's got the bandana. So I thought this really matches this nicely. So looks like it's directional. So let's see. I think that's good. If I leave it like that, and then we just create some loops. There we go. Let's do this while we're at it. I kind of like that going up like that, so let's go ahead and do that. I love the colors in this. Really goes great with the boot. Now let's see. I'm going to go a little bit smaller than the last one, probably by like a ½ inch. Everybody tired from the weekend? Did you have a nice weekend? Look how that looks against the brown. Well, that really is sharp. I'm going to leave a little bit on here because I already have my 2 tails, and I kind of want it to overhang a little. At the end, I can cut that. But for now, that works. And I don't know. I thought about using this next, but now I'm not liking that. But I want something in between this and this. So what am I going to use? Well, you know what? Let's just use the brown again. Why not? Y'all are too quiet. Let me see if I want to do just a tan. You know what? I kind of like this. Let's just leave that in there, though, because there's no rules when you're making your bow. You can put whatever you want in there. Why not? And let's go with this. Let's pull some of that black out of there. Yeah, that'll go with that. And I'm going to go with 4 of these. Nobody has any questions? And we'll put this on top. Oh yeah. Again, I'm going to drop it down just a little bit smaller, shorter. then what I think I'm going to do is I'll bring it back to this. But I think what I'm going to do with this is, excuse me, I'm going to tie it to cover up my zip tie. So what I need to do is put my zip tie in here, go down and come back up, because that's where my bow is going to go. Now I'm not going to be able to tie this, so I think I'm going to do that and catch that with the zip tie. So let's put that aside. Let's pull this bow up, put it down on the zip tie. Then let's take this, stay there. Just like that. Then I'm gonna put this right in here. Bring this through. Please don't fall apart. Should have put it in my Bodabra till I got it in place, because this is a lot of bow. Now where is my so much glue on these, should know better. See, I'm pulling it forward and then pulling it back. There we go. Now, let's go ahead and fluff. Hey, Nanny Dot, how are ya? Nanny Dot's in the house. Judith is in the house. Look at that funky bow. I love it. Actually, let's go ahead. How come it always looks better when it's in the Pro Bow? Easy Bow, excuse me. My fluffing skills. There we go. Now we're getting somewhere. That to go that way. I want these to come up a little. This to come up a little. This to go over. This one needs to go way over here. Let's get it over there. There. I like that. Do you like that? Isn't it? Thank you. All right. Now this button bow holder was designed so it would hold your bow flat and not bouncing all over. And then this you hook up to your door. So let's get this together here. Okay, this I'm going to take down in here and I'm going to make a knot. I think I want to go a little bit shorter. Not going the way I wanted it to. Okay, that's how I want it. So I'm going to glue this to the back when I'm done, because I don't want it hanging out front there. So now we want to kind of balance. And doesn't that brown like make that pop? Ooh la la. This needs to go down here like that. This I'm going to twist. There. I'm going to be fluffing that all night. I can tell. So we're going to get a little bit of this painter's tape on the bottom of the bow here. And anytime you buy one of our door hangers, it automatically comes with the rope and the button bow holder. So let's get rid of that. And let's trim it right there. And let's take it, let's come up through the top and see if we can knot it. In the front. See, I want this to kind of be balanced. This is definitely going to be shorter than this piece, but I want it when it's hanging to be balanced. So this, I want to go a little bit shorter. Probably a little bit shorter than that too. I don't really want the bow on top of this. And then I think I'm just going to tie it instead of gluing it to the back. Put a knot in there. And then we're going to trim this. And we're going to kind of let this fluff out. This can go a little bit shorter. Yep. That wasn't quite a good angle. There. This is going to go a little bit shorter too. There we go. Now, if this were hanging from the door, nope. I know what I need. I need the hole over here. I want that kind of a span. So, yours will have a hole in it. Mine does not, but it will. Ouch. And that's the one I used. I always put a little piece of wood underneath, so when I do this, you can't hear me? Oh my gosh. Well, let me put a link. Evidently, they can't hear me over on Facebook, but they're watching. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give them the link to YouTube. I give up. Let me see. Okay, here we go. I'm going to copy this. Dawn says she can hear me. Hey, Dawn. Sorry. Oh, okay. Sorry, Margaret. Okay. Well, we are going to put a hole in this. There we go. This way. See, I didn't see everybody watching on there. Now all of them, the comments are coming through. Okay. Margaret has a double ear infection, so she's not able to hear me. But Dawn says she can hear me. How are you, Dawn? What do you think of our new boot? Isn't it cute? I love the ribbon. And you can't find it anymore. I was able to get 2 rolls, so I went and added it to the shop in 5-yard increments so I could share. Hey, Linda. Hey, Lila. Lila Bug. My puppy. My Lila girl is watching. She's one of the puppies from the last letter. Okay, that's kind of straight right there. I like it. So let's knot it. Oh, everybody loves cowboys, Dawn. All right. Don't worry, when you get yours, there will be holes for the rope. But check that out. All right, let's move this so you can get a good visual on it. Oh, can't have that on there, can we? Let's just do that. Let's kind of spread this out a little. There we go. What do you think? Let me tell Margaret. Okay. There we go. I wish I knew sign language. I would do that for you. But on here there should be closed caption. Yeehaw! Dawn said yeehaw. Alright. Now I think I need to shorten this side just a tiny bit. I will. Now I did get out some of my favorite stuff, but I don't think this needs anything. Let's just see. Well, that doesn't look too bad in there, does it? And that's what's nice about the button bow holder. You've got that zip tie under there. You can, this is going to hold everything on the bow for you. I think I like that in there. Just a little bit of greenery. I know. Why am I trying to jam that in there? Just to make it shorter. Ay, ay, ay. And then let's do this one over here. And let's put one like right here too. So look how simple that is. And this is a color that can be used all year. I mean, this can definitely be for Christmas. It could be for any season. We were getting a lot of rain too, Peg. Actually, I think I like just two. There we go. I think we're going to leave it at that. So I already painted this ahead of time. So to recap, what I did was I showed you how to make these edges a little darker and kind of make this look rustic just by going in at an angle with the dabber. But there we go. There is our Check the Barn. And I kind of feel like this needs to be pulled in a little more, up a little more on this side. There we go. Yeah, that's it. Now I will make sure the quality control puts another hole in that side and not this side. This side I can actually cover up that hole. I could putty it. I'll putty it. Or I could stick this in there and cut it off and then cover the tip. Or we'll just do that. I'll fix it. It's for my eyes only anyhow, so no big deal. But there we go. We've got our Check the Barn. Oh no. Thank you, Peggy. Yeah, I'm really happy with the way it turned out. And I love the shadowing on that. Can you see the shadowing on the bottom of the boot and the horseshoe? See how rustic that looks? Oh, thank you, Nanny Dot. Alright, so what do you want me to do Wednesday? Do you want me to do the blueberry tier tray? Or do we start on fall? What would you like? It does. Thank you, Margaret. Okay, Judith said blueberries. So I guess we'll be doing the blueberry tier tray set. And it's nice. The blueberries are fat and juicy. Right now in our area, northern central PA, they're picking blueberries right now. And they look yummy. And Judith, if you would have checked your text messages, I gave you a choice this morning of which one you'd like to see me do. So go in and check your messages. I asked Peggy and I asked Nanny Dot, and they both said, well, Peggy wasn't sure, but then when she saw the ribbon, she said, oh no, definitely the cowboy boot. So there we go. There's our check the barn. And I've got some Christmas barn stuff coming up too. So lots more fun stuff coming. Right? Lilibug, Lilabug, Ladybug. Okay, Dawn likes the blueberry one too. And so did Peggy. She said she loves the blueberries. And oh my gosh, I have to share with you. I have this stuff coming in that I'm going to be able to cut it, and then I'm going to be able to take a sublimation picture and sublimate it on the bottom. So I'm thinking some awesome personalized ornaments just as one thing. So, you know, start looking through some of your pictures. If you have a special picture that you'd like to put on an ornament for Christmas, I can make keychains out of it. So again, if you want a picture on it, we'll be able to do that. Oh, thank you. So, yes, I'm trying to come up with unique gift ideas for you for Christmas. Something that's not too expensive, something, oh, and these little tassels are coming in for them and everything. So, I know. I can't wait. You know how I like to play with this stuff, so. Yes. We'll be able to make them in a shape of a heart. We'll be able to cut it in any shape and then press the picture on the back so you'll be able to see it clearly on the front. So I am excited about that. So hopefully that'll be in the next couple of days. So hopefully we can play with it over the weekend and have a really neat new product. That's the goal. Oh, and wait till you see the... Can't. Sorry. Promised I wouldn't tell. All right. I will see you all on Wednesday at 2 p.m. We will work on our blueberry. All right. See you soon.